Good morning, children. Hope you all are healthy and happy and taking very good care of yourself. Welcome to Session 2, Social Studies Paper 2, Chapter 18, Emerging Political Trends 1977 to 2000. Today, we are going to learn Emergence of Regional Aspirations. Under this, today we are going to learn about two states, Andhra Pradesh and Assam Movement. Emergence of Regional Aspiration. Let us look at three movements for greater autonomy in different parts of India. As multi-party system emerged in Indian democracy, now mostly these regional parties came out their aspirations. They want the autonomy, self-government, or they want more powers to the state. Under this, three states have started the movement: Andhra Pradesh, Assam, and Punjab. In today's session, we are going to learn about Andhra Pradesh and Assam movement. Andhra Pradesh. In combined Andhra Pradesh, the frequent change of chief minister by the Central Congress leadership and the imposition of leaders from above created a bad taste. There was a feeling that the Andhra Pradesh leadership was not getting respect from the National Congress leadership, and this was perceived as an insult to the pride of the Telugu people. Now, when there is a Congress leadership in a central government, whenever the other multi-party systems or other regional party system, when they are forming a government, Congress leadership taking it as a upper hand. Whenever they feel that they are not cooperating or they are not just showing cooperation or tolerance with the central government, they try to impose restrictions on the state governments. So this gave a very bad taste in Andhra Pradesh, and most of the regional people or the regional parties, they are just feeling it as an insult. So in the same way, in Andhra Pradesh, N.T. Rama Rao, he was a popular film actor. He chose to take up this cause. He formed a TDP party. He began the Telugu Desam party on his 60th birthday in the year 1982. And the motto of the formation of this TDP party was, he want respect for the Telugu speaking people. Teluguvari Atma Gauravam. He argued that the state could not be treated as a lower office of the Congress party. He wanted that the state government should also have an autonomy in their decisions. And when this TDP party formed, he has started with his election manifesto. In the 1982 elections, he came up with some good measures, welfare measures. Very important measures were including midday meal scheme in government schools, sale of rice at ₹2 per kg, and the liquor prohibition. And when he started these priorities in his manifesto, he was able to sweep out or he won with a majority in the 1982 elections. Here you can see he is addressing to a crowd. Person who formed TDP party, Telugu Desam party, NTR, who was a famous film actor. Now, next movement was Assam Movement. A similar but much stronger demand for autonomy was also taking place in Assam. In Assam, beside Assamese, Bengali was also a major spoken language. And from the Britishers' time, Bengalis occupied the lower and middle ranks of the administration in the state. The Assamese speaking people felt that the Bengali officialdom did not treat them as equals but as the second class citizens. The another movement was started in Assam, as in proper pronunciation, Assam, ASSOM. We are just can pronounce in the same way also. So from the British time, the Britishers has been given an importance, or most of the Bengalis are in an administration level. They are having the government jobs, and the Assamese people, those who are the native of Assam, feel that they are considered as the second class citizens. To make matters worse, there was a lot of migration from across the border from Bangladesh. In the late 1970s, this general feeling of unhappiness was transformed into a social movement. And usually, that's because Bangladesh was near, they are able to move and settle down in Assam. So in 1970s, a strong movement was started by the students of Assam. The All Assam Students Union, ASU, AASU, was at the forefront of the agitation. This organization spread across the state and was especially popular among the youth. It led a number of strikes, agitations, and marches directed against the central government to make its demands clear, mainly that they are considered these Bengalis as outsiders. Here you can see on India map Assam and the symbol of ASU, All Assam Students Union. They started a strong agitation. Here you can see easily whenever there was a natural calamities in Bangladesh, so these Bangla people are moving and settle down in Assam. And these people were considered as the outsiders. And to settle down this issue, a strong agitation was started by Assamese. These demands, however, created a communal polarization. Most of the outsiders who came from the neighboring country were Muslims. Now, not only this became a regional issue, even it started giving a communal feeling also, because most of the people, those who are coming from the Bangladesh, they were Muslims. And to make matters worse, the movement soon began to take anti-Bengali, anti-left, as West Bengal was being ruled by the left front, anti-non-Assamese, and gradually even at anti-Indian stand. The central government was soon forced to take note of the movement as violence and disruption increased. Talks between the agitationists and the central government went on for 3 years before they came to an agreement. An agreement was signed by the central government and the ASU at the initiative of the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1984. However, it started giving a communal feeling, as well as they are showing the anti-left also, because in West Bengal, other regional party was ruling, and at the same time Assamese were also feeling that they want the total autonomy, they want to get separation from India to have their recognition. So when the agitation was very strong, the central government came with force. They have stopped this violence. They try to have a negotiation with the Assamese, try to get a settlement and agreement. For this agreement, 3 years talks took place. For the 3 years, they was having a negotiations, and they came to an agreement. And finally, this agreement was signed between the central government and the All Assam Students Union, ASU, in the year 1984. And at that time, the Prime Minister was Rajiv Gandhi. The central government also stepped up the deployment of armed forces in these areas to reduce tension and bring peace. 3 factors influenced the use of armed forces in the northeastern region. And especially when the violence was going on, when they're having a disturbance, the central government imposed, or they have deployed the armed forces to make law and order. So this has having a 3 phases, or it has giving a 3 factors. Firstly, the fact that it was a sensitive border area adjacent to China, Burma and Bangladesh. Secondly, the rebel groups often demanded separation from India and procured arms and help from outside forces. And thirdly, the fact that these rebel groups indulged in large-scale ethnic violence against minority communities. As the Indian armed forces entered this difficult terrain, it led to suspension of civil liberties and freedom, and also to giving abnormal powers to the army. The government thought that this was the only way to bring about peace in the area. After an agreement, the central government has deployed the armed forces. This area was under the control of army because of three reasons central government has to take. The first one is, as it is a very sensitive area, it is a border area which is sharing a border with China, Burma, now Myanmar and Bangladesh. Secondly, most of the people, they want the separation from India. They want the total autonomy, and for this demand, separation demand, they even started procuring the arms also. And thirdly, there was a communal feeling. They are ill-treating the minority communities. So the central government make sure, or they have provided this army to have the situation under their control. And sometimes even the army is using their upper hand, or they are try to be very strict at the time of this movement to bring back a normalcy in that particular area. Here you can see Assamese, and especially it was Assam was under the control of the arm, and the army people have got the special powers to control law and order in the particular area. Let us have a quick recap, children. Today we have learned emergence of regional aspiration. Under this we have covered Andhra Pradesh, the formation of TDP party and the role of NTR, and Assam Movement, ASU. In a home assignment, children, you have to learn all short answers of chapter 18. Thank you.